Okay, great. Good evening once again, everyone. My name is Ayobami Israel, and we just want to run through one or two things on Framer. So, from the information I got from Don, he said like you guys have basic knowledge of Framer already. So, I don't think there's need for us to like start doing some like foundational um probably foundational topics or how to use it. So I'm just going to dive in straight. Though deep down in my head, I'm still trying to, I don't know what exact thing we should start with, but let us just start with something. So can you guys see my screen, please? Confirm you can see my screen.
Yeah, we can. Oh, I can.
Yeah, what can you see on my screen actually? What's on my screen?
Untitled, free, a blank canvas.
Okay, great. Yeah, great. So I'm thinking of probably we should play with a portfolio website hero session. But I'm looking at this a little bit of animation to the hero session, like not the regular kind of hero session. So I'm looking at a little bit of animation. So let us dive in. So first and foremost, there's a lot something I love to do when I'm designing, right? Is to create my components, is to create my colors, right? Framer basically work like Figma. If you know your way around it, Figma basically work like Figma. The only difference is that okay, with Figma you have a lot of you have more flexibilities, but with Figma, there are still some little stuff you want to achieve that you might not be able to achieve. So I think that's just it. So for me, I love to have my component set ready, but that might not be achieved right now, but probably in the course of the program, we'll be building some components. So just to give us an idea, like for instance, you can put your color style, your text style, and all of those stuff. So I think that's one thing I would always advise whenever you want to work on frameworks. So you won't be adjusting while designing. That can be very stressful and strenuous. So when you're designing on your framework, try to have your component set just the way you have it on your Figma. It really helps. So let us just dive in straight. So this is my Canva here, right? And let us just say portfolio website and let me hide this guy here. How can I hide you? Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to. Okay, great. Let me keep this somewhere. Yeah, yeah. So now the first thing I want us to do is let me keep it very moderate. Let us go for black. Let us go for black. And the first thing I want to do is probably my nav bar, right? So let us assume we are designing a portfolio website for Adedonye, right? So let me assume this is my logo. Mm, um, what's my text? Let me assume this is my logo. Oh, sorry. Let me just say A. My text I'll be using Satoshi and Bricolag. All right. I'll be using Satoshi and Bricolag. So let me say Bricolag for my text. I'm just trying to create something to serve as logo, nothing serious, right? So let us do 64 and let us go with extra bold since it's a logo, right? So let me create a component from this. So we all know how to create components now. You can just Control Alt K, right? So I'll just say logo, right? Logo. So this is my logo. Now we have this. Now you can see it has like a little bit of background. Now I don't want that background, right? I don't want that background. So let me take it out, right? And let us see maybe we can have a little bit of interaction with it. So let me say let me just, what color can we use? Um, oh yeah, I don't know. What's your favorite color?
Maybe he can use yellow. Let's see what yellow looks like.
Yellow. Yeah, yeah, so like me. Okay. So these are just basic interactions, right? So let me see. Let's use a golden yellow, right? This is not yellow, 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 but let me, and yeah, I think this will be safe. Yeah, I think this will be safe. So basically, this is just an over interaction, basically. So it just whenever you click, it just over. Basically, that's all. Nothing serious. But there's something I want to add there, right? You know that I said that this is a logo, right? And whenever most times when you click on logos, right, it takes you to your home page. So what I want to do with this is that I want to create a component, right? I want to create a variable. I want to create a link variable a link to. Probably we don't have a link to yet. For instance, probably you're designing something and you want to have it to link to different stuff. So instead of me just linking this directly, instead of me linking this directly to my link to then create a variable. Now, once I create a variable, wherever I put my what's it called? Wherever I put my logo, I can link it to any what's it called? Any page, right? So I'm going to show what that looks like later. But let us just still leave this like it's not what I should achieve with this link too. So let us just leave this. So that's our logo, right? So we have our logo. Then the next thing is our button, right? So let us say our button. Let us say our button will be let us say our button will be view portfolio or view my work, right? So I assume that okay, we all know how to go about that. So let's say view my work, all right? View my work. So let us reduce this. Let us reduce this to 16. And let us change let us change this to, what will I be using? Sorry. I mean, since we are doing this live, I should have actually planned something, but I was like, no, I want to be very raw. I just want to be very raw so that you guys can see some of my thinking process, how I think about my design. So that's what I deliberately didn't really have something like prepared already. So this is just me showing you how I just think about my design, right? So so if we're having some little bit of back and forth, try to think together, it's because I'm designing life. It's not something I've thought of before. I'm designing life. So now, so this is something, this is about, this for bottle, right? What's it called? As a button. So how do we create a frame? You can either, there are two ways, right? It's either you're creating a frame or you're creating an auto layout, a layout, yeah. On Figma, it's called layout. On Figma, we call it auto layout, but here it is layout. So how do we do that? The shortcut to use Control Alt Enter, right? Now we already have this. You can see this. You can see that you have these like a layout kind of format. It already has like two bar. You can see stacks. So let us name it button. Let us name it button, right? And now let us do something. You can see the width and height is fixed. Now we don't want that, right? We don't want that. So the next thing we want to do is to fit this, fit to content, then this to fit to content. Now, because this is in layout, you'll be able to add your padding, right? So there's this basic rule that your top and bottom padding should be times two. Your left and right padding should be times two of your top and bottom padding, right? These are just, well, these are not what's it called? These are not strict rules, but that's the way I do my buttons just to be on the safe side. So let us say my top will be 12 and my bottom will be 12. And let us say my right will be 24, my left two will be 24. Right now we have this background, it's right. All right. So let us do something. So there's something I want us to do here. Yeah, there's something I want us to do here. Now, because we are using this color, I don't want to be looking for the color. I don't want to look for the color anytime I'm trying to design, right? I don't want to. So let us just create a component out of it. And let us and create a variable. Let us still. Okay, don't let me go through this route. Okay, let me go through this route. I'm going to fix it. And let me copy the color because this will be restricted alone to the logo. So let us go here. Let us come here. Yeah. So let us create a color style here. Then Control V this. Yeah. Then let us name it yellow. Yellow. Let us say primary color, right? Let us say primary color. Yeah. Then create. Now I have this, right? Now let us come here. Let us come here because don't forget that I'm trying to create a button component. I want my button, I want a scenario whereby my button can be used in different scenario. So what I mean by different scenario is that in a scenario whereby I need a small button, I don't want to create a new button. In a scenario whereby I need probably a very big button, I don't want to create a big button. So I'm going to make this a component. I'm going to try to create a variable on some of the properties of the buttons. For instance, now, this is what I have, right? So let me have my border here. Let me have my border here to be oh no, let me have my border radius here. Radius here. Sorry, I'm mixing Figma and Framer. So let me have my radius to be, let us say 8. Now, then we convert it to components, right? Okay, before I do that, let us convert it to components. Control K, right? Button components. Components, right? Then, so this is what we're going to do. What I talked about that whenever I need a big button, I don't want to design a new button. And then whenever I need a small button, I don't want to design a new button, right? I don't want to design a small button. So I'm just going to change some of the properties of this button to what's it called? I'm just going to change some of the properties of this button to what's it called? Component. Now, the first thing I first want to change to component is our what's it called padding, right? Our padding can say our padding. You know, we have the top padding to be 12, right padding, right and left to be 24, top and bottom to be 12. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm just going to say it already gives us the name padding. And if you're not comfortable with the name, you can just type whatever name you want. So padding, right? That's the first thing. Then the next thing I want to have as my to convert to component is the text size here. The text size here. So let me create a variable. You can say font size here, button font size. Let me just say button. I'm changing the button font size, right? And the next thing I want to do is this text here, right? This text that I have view my work here. I also want to have it on component. So let us create. I want to have it as a variable. So plain text. Then let me say button. I think I'm missing my button spelling. Button text. Let me correct something. Button text. Don't mind me. I'm always let me correct this. Yeah. Button from let me change it to so I'll be consistent or true. Now, how many things have we have a variable for? We have for the we have for the text, we have for the padding, we have for the size. The color, should we have for the color? No, don't let us have for the color. But yeah, don't let us have for the color. So now I want to create a little bit of interaction to this, right? And I don't know how best. What do you think we can do? Okay, let us create this fun interaction. I don't know what it will look like. As I said, this is just me designing life. Like I don't have a plan before. But let us create this fun interaction. So I'm going to get a frame. I'm going to get a frame, right? And what's the height of our button? Let me see. Okay, it doesn't matter actually. Because what the interaction I'm taking off, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to get a frame, then I'm putting it inside my what? Inside my now. The way I want this to work is that I want my what's it called? I want my whenever I hover my button, because this frame that I put inside, I want the color to come out and cover the button. So this is what I mean. So now, this is like is in a relative position to what's it called? So our frame, right, is in a relative position to our frame absolute, right? Now you can which means that it can actually stay anywhere within the floor. What color goes with this color? Okay, let us still go with black, right? Let us still go with black, or yeah, let us go with black. Hopefully, we don't have to change it later on, but let us go with black, right? Now, the way I want the interaction, I don't want I don't want this black to cover the button. I don't want the black to cover the text. So there's something that is happening here. It's because of the Z index. Now, if I look at my view work here, the Z, it doesn't really have a Z index. So let us come to style, right? And put our Z is Z index. Now, what Z index is like, it kind of position your, what's it called? It kind of position your element in, like, in hierarchy. Now, if it takes, okay, let me quickly do a quick practical for that. Now, if we have this, and let me have this, let me have another one. I'm going to give it different colors actually, so that we can see what I'm trying to achieve here. If we have these, let us say this is red, yeah, and let us say this is let's say this is green, right? Now, if we have these three elements. Now, if we are to look at the z index, probably it is zero. So let me bring the z index property out for everything. So style, you go to style. How do you get a z index? You go to style, you click on it, then you see z index. You can see it is zero. Let me also bring the z index for this frame. Can see it is zero. Let me also bring the Z index for this. You can see it is zero. Now, if I put these stuffs on top each other, right? It just basically takes, like, okay, this is the first, this is the second, like there's no, you haven't really tell the system which element you want to be on another one. Now, if I change the Z index of this frame, this white frame, if I change the Z index to one, right? If I change the Z index to one, and if I change the Z index to one, let me see this. Let me see me then get what I want to do. Yeah, okay, let me take it to something higher. Hold on. Let's say five and put everything in a frame. Control Alt. Sorry. I'm trying to Control Alt. No, Control frame. Yeah. Everything is take out the Z index first, so you understand what I'm trying to explain here. Now, I'll better still let's take explain with what I'm working with. Now, as it is now, everything is zero Z index. Now, if I put the Z index of what's it called, red, let me say five, it's come right. So it's basically your step how to arrange the what's it called, your design element, which one do you want to comfort, which of the design elements do you want to come first, right? And that's what I'll be doing here, right? Now, if you look at this system here, if you look at this primary button here, if you look at this primary button here, you see that the frame is covering this part that says view my work, right? And how do I make sure that my view my work comes over the frame? How do I make sure? I just change the number of the Z index. Now, what's the Z index for frame? Okay, the Z index for frame is what, one. So the only thing I just need to do is to change the Z index of this view my work to to higher number, right? So let us say this will be three. Can say now it comes to the front. So before I continue, please let me be sure I'm communicating. You guys are understanding what I'm doing so far.
Yeah, we're understanding. We're at least we're understanding. We
Okay,
can't
great.
watch the video, but yeah, we're understanding.
Okay, great. So now I've achieved what I want to achieve with this. Now, the next thing I want to do here is I want to, like, let us give it a radius, right? I know female secondary radius, but yeah, it's just radius. So let us give it a radius of 100 to make sure it is round, right? Then, yeah, then the next thing I want to do is I want to duplicate this, right? I want to duplicate this, then over, right? So then the next thing I want to do is that this guy here, I want to make sure it is not visible, right? You can see that on this part now, the other frame too is not visible, but and why is this so? Because the primary button itself, we've actually hide the frame, so everything to affect the other variations of it, which is over. But I want it to be visible, so I'm going to click on that specific frame for the over state, and I'm going to come here and say visible. Do you see that? Then I want to do something. So I don't just want it to be visible. I want it to have this effect, something like this, right? I want it to have this effect. So whenever I do something like this, whenever I click on this and I hover, it's not giving what I want. That's not what I want. So I want hold on. Let me go to that string. Da, 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 da. So let me see. Let me see. Maybe no, it's not giving me the interaction I want. So hold on, let me check my string. So physics. Sorry, guys. As I said, we are designing this live. My I did not plan my what's it called? I did not really plan the class. I just deliberately want to do this live so that it's not giving what I want. So what I really want is like a grow effect. What I want to do is a grow effect. So I think I can let us do something else. We're still going to achieve that, but let us do something else. Yeah. So whenever I over on this, this go from this to let me see up here. What's our effect? Let me see our effect. So up here, then this goes from this, it goes from this to so whenever I enter, it goes from this to this. Then sorry. So let's see what we have. Yeah. It's still not giving me what I want. It's still not giving me what I want. It's not giving me what I want. It's not giving me what I want, but let's continue. It's not giving me what I want. But let's just have this. Or better still, let us do something else. Let us do something else. Let us do something else. Where's my visible? So we're going to have visible. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, visible. So let us make this small. Then let us take it up. Yeah. So let us have this guy here. And let us bring it down. Let's bring it down and grow it. And let's see what this will give us. Okay, yeah. So this is the idea. This is the concept I was having in my head, right? In my head, yeah. This is the concept I was having in my head. So I think we achieve it. Yeah. So as I said, it falls to just have different as in how I this kind of issues that I don't get what I want. So I just try to type different styles, right? So finally we got this. So now another thing I want us to do to this is you know that this is a button, right? The need for us to link it to something, right? Now I'm not going to add my link directly. I'm just going to create a variable, right? I'm just going to create a variable of that link. So what that means is that anyone I'm using my link on my button, anyone I'm using my link on my what is it called? On my design. Anyone I'm using my link on my design, I can easily link it. What do I say? Anyone I'm using my button on my design, I can easily link it to any page. Right. So I'm not linking, then click on this, then create variable. Then I'm good, right? So we are, for instance, let us assume I'm using my button, right? I want to use my button, and for some reasons, right? And for some reasons, I need a big button, right? I don't need to design a new button, as I said earlier on. I don't need to design a new button. I just need to come down here. I just need to come down to this guy here and I change some of my property. And why am I able to change up some of my property? Because I created also the property as variable, right? So I don't need to design multiple buttons for, for different what's it called? For different scenarios. You can see if I feel like okay, the font size is too small, I don't need to design something again. I just need to come here and change my font size. If I feel like okay, the text in it, I want to change it to something, yeah, I can just say call me. Yeah, let us call me. Can see? So and if I want to link it to anything, I can easily click on the link and if I have different pages, I can link it to any page, right? So that's the reason it's always good to create your variable. That's the reason it's always good to when you're creating your component, create some. variable properties with it. So that's the advantage of this, right? I think one thing I did not do is probably create the what's it called, the outline buttons and all of that. We can also do that, right? But let us just move on because I think this is 8:31 already. So let us move on to the big stuff. So now we have our logo and we have our button. So okay, let us create a no, let us trade ourselves. So the next thing we want to do now is to start designing, right? Is to start designing. So knows, right? The way most of us design our portfolio, we always want to have our name big. I don't know why we always do that. We always want to have our name because for me personally, I don't know why I need that. But personally, I just say like whenever I'm designing my portfolio, just let's go straight to my work, just to my work, right? Definitely on my CV, you definitely see all of some of my personal information, but just go to my own. But let's just go with that format. So let me go to assets. Um, let me go to assets. Let me go to this. Let me bring my logo in. Right, my logo is black. So let us fix that because we're using a black background. So let us fix that. Let me say my let us say that to be white. Let's say that to be white. I still don't have a clear idea of the type of designer we do, but we are going to crack it together. So let me create something here. Let me create a variable of my size, right? Because I kind of feel like that size is too big. So font size, yeah, logo font size. So that I can easily adjust it. Font size. And whenever you're naming your stuff, try to name it to like something you can easily relate to it. Now, this is our logo, right? For some reason, I kind of feel this is too big, right? So because I've created a variable of my font size, I can easily come here and change this to 56. Let us say let us do 48. Let me see what it looks like. Okay, let us do 48. But let me say something. What's the height? So this, yeah, I can. So we have the height and the width to be fixed. So let us make it fit. Let us make it fit. So it adjusts accordingly. What other stuff do I have in my head while I was doing this? I think I have something again in my head that I'm trying to sort. Okay, I'm just trying to create different properties of this. What else again? What else again? What else do I need to add to this stuff to make sure it is looking good? What else do I need to add to this to make sure it is looking good? Okay, let us just go with this. Let's just go with this. Yeah, 1.2. Yeah, 1.2 is okay. Okay, 1.2 is okay. So let us just go with this, right? So we have our logo here. We have our logo here. And let us see if we have let us see what 32 will look like. That's too small. Let me change my this to fit. Fit. Okay, I think 48 will be nice. But button. Let's bring in our button here. So yeah. So on a note, you know that whenever we are this, I remember what I wanted to do. I want to change this to small letter. I want to change this to small letter. Not feeling that capital. Yeah, I want to change this to small letter and small letter dot. Yeah, this feels more like a logo. Yeah, I want something that will be feel real. So now we have what's it called? We have our logo, we have our button. And definitely this have to be like a top nav bar, right? So we are going to highlight the two, select the two, sorry. We are going to select the two, right? And what are we going to do? We are going to add a frame to it. We are going to add a layer to it. So how do you do that? You Control Alt enter. Now you have your layout, you've added your layout, right? You can see it is now in stack. Now the first thing I want to do is to what is it called? Space in between, right? You can see we have a space in between. Now there's something I did not do, right? There's something I did not do from start. So for me personally, because I observe that whenever I'm designing, right? Whenever I'm designing, because we have different screen size, um, sometimes you design something and on some screen it's looking great and on another screen it's not looking great. So for my desktop size, I always love to have my 1440 and 12,000. I always love to have my 1440 and 12,000. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. So I'm going to change this to 1440, right? I should have done this from start, but I'm going to change this to 1440, right? Now, I'm first going to start my design from 1440, then scale it down to 12,000 for my desktop. Now, this is my 1440 frame. I can see the width of this navbar. Let me change this to navbar. Navigation, top nav bar. And the top nav bar, right? So let me see. Let us add a padding to the left and to the right. So let us assume that we are adding a padding of let us say a padding of let us use 120. Let us use 120. Let us be on a safe space. Let us be with 120. So I'm going to come to my layout, right? You can see. So if I had everything 120, that means I'm adding a padding all around. You can see top, left and right now, and we don't want that actually. We don't want that. So let us come here. Our top padding would be, let us say our top padding will be 24. 24, not too much. That's much. Let's say our top padding will be 8. Yeah, let's go with 8. Let's say our bottom padding will be 8. Then our right and left padding will be 120 and 120. Yeah. So we have our nav already. So let us add the field. Let us add the field because if we don't add the field, there's a probability that if you want to make your, or let us just do, let us make mistakes and say, for some reasons, I want to do now is now this position. I use this position a lot. I use it a lot. So this position simply means that what's the position of the element you're presently working on in relation to the frame in. Now, this top number is position. What it means is that this 25 pixel from the top, right? This is that 25 pixel from the top, 00 to the left. That means it doesn't have any space to the left and right. Then 901 to the bottom, right? That's what it simply means. So for instance, now if I do something like 40, this that our top number, that means it is 40 pixels away from the right hand side of the frame. Now let us take it back to what's it called? Let us take it back to 0, right? Then the next I want to do is to 0. Now, because what we are designing, because it is a desktop, right? I mean, what our we want our page or we want our website to increase in size in respect to the length of the content we have in it. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to select on the whole frame, on the whole desktop frame. Let me delete this guy here. We already have it as component already. So I'm going to select the whole, what's it called? The whole desktop frame. And I'm going to change the height to fit content. So what that means is that the content inside the desktop frame, as in the length, as in the height of the desktop frame increases with the content in it. So that's what it simply means. So the only thing now we have on our desktop frame is just the number. That's why we have this. Don't forget we didn't add a what's it called? We didn't add a fill color to our number. Yeah, top number, yeah. So I want to use that to show you something. So if you see, so they say that. So basically we have our number shake it. Like that's all. That's all. We have our number. So now next thing I want to do is what can we do with our land our Okay, great. So I think where did we stop? Okay, I was trying to error session. So what I don't know. Let us just do something, right? So the first thing I first want to do is that let me get a frame in. Let me get a frame in. Let me get a frame in. And so because it is error session, right? So I can decide okay, as I said, let us do those mistakes. Let us I want to fix something now, but I'm not going to fix it. So let us do those mistakes, and then we'll fix them probably at the end. So now this is like my error session frame, right? Now let me just name this error session. And so you can either leave it as a frame or you want to have it as a layout, right? But for me, layout is always a safe option because you can easily, arrange it to fill different position, right? So the first thing I want to do is to make sure this fills the container, like the desktop container, right? So then I'm going to change this to fill, right? You can say it's filling. Now the next thing I want to do is the height. So for some people, right? For some people, this is something that I recently just discovered, right? For some people, they can decide that okay, probably as they are designing, the container increases, like the height of the container increases. But for my area session, basically, because that's the first thing I want my user to see, right? I love it to fill the screen. I love my role session to fill the screen because that's where the major information is. I don't want some of my information to be out of the screen. I love it to fill the screen. So what I'm just going to do to this item is to have it as 100 VH. So what this 100 VH means is that irrespective of any screen I'm on, my arrow session will still stay on the screen until I scroll out of it. It's time. So it will still stay on the screen. So that's just what it means. So your image section is taking a full resolution. It's taking a full resolution of your screen. So that's just simply, as in that's simply what the 100 VH is. Now, this image section is just like a shape. It's not a layout, right? I want it to be a layout, right? I want it to be a layout. But before I turn it into a layout, let us think of what we are going to have in it. So on the notes, that we always have most of our guys always have this big name, right? So let us do something like that. So let us just say we're going to have this big name called Adedoyi, right? So I'm using Bricola definitely. So Adedoyin, me, right? And Bricola, where's my text? Yeah, Bricola. I should have created text style, but that will be taking a lot of time. I should have actually created my text style from the beginning. No worry. Guys, let's take that. I'm trying to make it very, very big, very big. Let us do one. Let us do 128. Let us see what one. Yeah, okay. Let me do both. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. As I said, I just decided straight up. That's something okay. Let me do so instead of just trying to let's still make it bigger. Uh, I don't know what it to turn out to be. So now let me still leave that there. Let me still leave that there. So as I said, this is just a frame. Let us make it black. Let's make this black. Let us make it black. Yeah. And let me bring this guy in. Right. Let me bring this guy in. Then I want to do something. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is have some images. Have some images that is going to probably represent like a portfolio kind of like a portfolio kind of feel. So okay. So this is just as I said, this is just me designing like right now. Like I don't plan this. So the design is just I'm just trying to create something in my head as we're having this session. Um Uh, okay, let me just work with just one image because I'm going to turn it to components so it will be easier for us. So let me just work with one image. Yeah, so I have this image here. So let me take with it. Let me convert this to components. I have this idea coming in my head. So let me just change this to components. Control K. Control Alt K. No, 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 that's not what I want. Control Alt K. Yeah, zero session images. Session images. So now I want to do it. What I'm having in mind is whenever I hover on this guy, I want to, hmm, I want to have. a button that shows that says view work, right? Because this card is going to represent like my work. I want to have something that shows that view work, right? And at the same time, I want to change this from this, that this is like in color, right? I want to change it to grayscale. That's the concept I'm having in my head. I hope it comes out well, but I want to change it to grayscale. But whenever you over on it, it comes back to the original color and you see the view work, right? So that's the concept I'm having in my head. So let us give it a try. Let's give it a try. Let us see. Yeah, over. And there's something I need to do. Okay, before I bring the over so that I won't be duplicating different stuff. Where's my button? Where's my button? Do I want to use that button? No, I don't want to use that button. Let us use something else. So let us quickly create a new button that says view work. Um, skip, please. That's it. Thank you. Text view work. And let us tell this guy to be 16. Let's tell this guy to be 16. Let us change this to medium, right? Yeah, let's change this to medium. Let us add a layout. Let us add layouts to it. You can either click on where's that layout option? You can either click on ayo. Okay, I think that's a frame, but you can either right click on this, you can either right click on this and you see add frame or add stack. Okay, yes, got stack. So add frame or add stack. But I love my shortcuts, even though I've seen it. So let me fit. Yeah, fit. Let me take out. No, should I take it out? Not really. So let me have this as black. So there's something that's coming to my head now. So let us give it a try. So let us have our padding. Let us have our padding top and bottom. Let us say 12, 12, 24, 24, 12, 12, 24, 24, 24, 24. So there's something I want to do with this, right? I want to have a background blur. I want to have a background blur to this guy here. So yeah, you're using a corner radius already. So let us make sure all our buttons is consistent. So eight. Now I want to have a background blur, right? So what I'm going to do is like this guy here, let me give it a little bit of transparent of 90. No, it's not giving what I want. Let me give it a transparent of 70. Yeah, great. And let me add a background blur. Oh, sorry guys. So let me have a background blur of why you. So I'm going to click on my what's it called style because it's not all the what's it called it's not all the property that is being displayed on what's it called that is being displayed on styles, right? So I'm going to click on this guy and where you go to filter and say BG, right? That's my background blur. So let me just go for 10, right? So what else do I need? I think let us bring life to this thing a little bit. Let me add a border. Let me add a border of white. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Is this looking okay? I think I kind of like it. So now we have this. Now the next thing I want to do is let me change the name here. Let me change the name here to what's it called? How are we going to call it? But let us say portfolio card. Portfolio card. A work card. Let us name it work card. Yeah, work card. Right? Yeah. So the next thing I want to do here is what am I doing? Okay, I want to change this guy here to grayscale, but before I do that, let me create the over effect. I have this. Now I want to create this guy, I want to change this guy to grayscale. And the first I want to do is this image here, this image here, I want to change to grayscale. So how do I do that? Right? I'm going to click on this guy here. Then I go to filter, then I go to grayscale. You see that? Then let me see, maybe yeah, perfect. Yeah, thank God it works. Now you can see it affects the over effect, right? Now don't worry about that. We're going to fix that very soon. So the next thing I want to do is this guy here, I want to hide it. I want to hide it, right? I want to hide it. I only want it to appear whenever I hover on the card. So no, yeah. So you can see that it also affect the over effect, right? So let us fix it. On the over effect, you can see you have the grayscale. So let us yeah come back here. Then what do we want to do? Then we want to click on this tag because this is our button. Let me name it. What do we got? Work button. Yeah. So we are want to come to this guy here and what's it called? Are you where's my hidden? Yeah, view. Yeah, we have this. Perfect. Now I don't just want to what's it called? I don't just want to have this design in like this because I want to be able to change the properties, right? This is a card that I'm going to reuse. So there's this simple rules that says if you're going to use it more than two times or three times, change it to a component or convert it to a component, right? So I'm applying same rule here, right? So let us do that. So the first thing I first want to do is to make sure this image is a variable, right? So I'm going to click on it, then I'm going to create variable, right? So click on, let me go back again. Click on this because this is an image. I want to be able to change the image at any time, even on my design Canva. So image, let me just say work image. Work image. Yeah. What else do I need? I think this guy here, this is our button guy here. There's a need for us to be able to change. Do you want to change anything on that button? No, but we want to be able to add a link to that button, right? Want to be able to add a link to that button, and we should be able to change the link, right? So that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to click on the link, right, and create a variable. Yeah, link, right. So what else do I need? I think I'm good with this. What else? I think I'm good with this, right? So let us come back home here. So we have this image here. So what I'm having in my head is I'm going to have a slider, right? I'm going to have a slider for Adedoyin. The Adedoyin will appear first. I'm going to have a slider under it. So let us give it a try. So as I said, I'm just trying to create this now, right? I don't even have a sketch. So um um pardon me if I'm trying to think through this. Okay, let us do this. So where's my guy here? So let us go to insert. Let us go to insert and let us go to interactions and let us go to slideshow. And let us use sticker. Let us use sticker instead of slideshow. Let's use sticker. Yeah, perfect. So on my ticker, let us make it fill the container. Let us make it fill the container relative. So let us make it. So let me quickly explain something about relative. So relative is just the size of your element in relation to the container it is in. Now this now is a relative weight of 20%. That means this weight is 20% of this overall frame. You understand? This overall aerial frame because this sticker is inside this, right? Now this guy here, if we are to look at the relative, right? Okay, this is the auto. Let us assume we are using relative. So that means this added doing here is 60 is taking 66% of this entire frame, right? So that's just it, basically. So let us just leave that. I just needed to explain that. So the next I want to do is to make sure that this is 100. Yeah. And yeah, it's going out. We don't need it to go out. So it is absolute. Why? Okay. Let's leave it as absolute. Let's leave it as absolute. And what's the height of this guy here? 406. Yeah. Let me change this to 400. Let me change this to 400. So I'm always very, very deliberate with my numbers. Very deliberate. Uh let me say this one be what should you use this? If I say 320, let me say 320. Let us see what it should give us. Okay. We can work with 320 by 400, right? So let's go on. So let me change this to 400, right? And let me bring it down here. No, 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 no. That's not what I want. Yeah, so let me bring it down here. Yeah. So now we have something like this. Then now don't forget that this is just a what's it called? This is just a normal layout. It's not. we haven't turned it to stack, right? So let us turn it to stack. How do we turn it to stack? You can just easily click on what's this kind of can easily click on this layout or just press Alt Control Alt Enter. But let us click on this guy. I think I'll be using the stuff. Uh I'll be using the shortcuts. So let us turn this guy to a stack, right? Yeah, so we have this. So now this is a stack, so we can easily add some of our, our elements, like changing the property easily without having any issues. So I can decide to go because now it is this. I can decide to go like this. Definitely, we're not going to do this. But let us go like this. So I'm taking our work. Don't forget that we are talking about we are designing something for a portfolio, right? For me, I said for my portfolio, right? Personally, if I'm designing a portfolio, I just want my recruiter to see my work and dive straight into my work. Don't spend yourself reading about me, right? Can know about me later when you've employed me. I just might decide. So now I'm going to do something now. I'm going to duplicate this guy. I'm going to duplicate this guy. Let me say probably I have like five work I want to show. I'm going to duplicate this guy and I'm going to change the image. Why? Because I already make it a variable, right? I already make it a variable. So all I just need to do is to click on this guy, come to plugin, go to Unsplash. If you have your image on your system, you can easily go to your system and get your image. But let us just use our plugin so we won't be stressing ourselves on image to look for, right? Let me just assume this. So this just me just use random images, right? Um, da, 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 da. Uh, let me look for fine images. Um, Let me see. Da, 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 da. So as I'm selecting this, let me know. Hope we are. Hope I'm communicating. Hope we are learning. Hope I've not lost anyone.
I think it's going fine so far. I think it's a lot, but yeah, we would always come back to follow up.
A lot, okay. I'm teaching senior men here.
But yeah, thank you very much. We are following through.
Okay. Okay. So Frema is actually a funny journey for me. I have this lazy attitude about learning, but somehow God help me. So what will be good. So okay, so let's continue. So now I have my ticker here. Let me now don't let me do something else. So what I want to do is that what I want to achieve here is that I want to let my work to scroll as it I want my work to scroll under after that big name. There should also be something to write under here. Probably we'll sort that later. But I just quickly want to do this part. I want to let my work to scroll, right? To just scroll by default. And whenever you hover on it, you see that part that says view work, right? You see that part that says view work. So that's what I want to do, right? So now let us add our guys in. Let us add our guys in. Okay. I think I should be able to sell this portfolio. It's looking more like it. Okay, yeah, good. So this is what we have, right? So let us play our guy here. Do you see that? Do you see? So this is what I'm trying to achieve. Do you see that? So this is what I'm trying to achieve, right? This is what I'm trying to achieve. So if I'm to which I'm sure that we can't dive into some other stuff. If I'm to link this now, I will be using the CMS feature to link it. There's a lot of other stuff I can do, but I'm using the CMS feature, which I don't think I can even do that now. But this is just what I want us to, this is what I was trying to achieve. So I can easily click on this and show my work, and we are good, right? I can easily click on this and show my work, and we are good. So let me do one more thing. Let me do one more thing. Let me do one more thing. That would be let me play around with this guy I did doing here, and probably add a little bit of text. Let me play with this guy I did doing here, probably add a text. And before I do that, actually, any questions? Do you have any question if I proceed?
And maybe you can ask at the end. Look
Okay.
like I understand.
At the end, right?
Yes, at the end.
Okay. So let me just play around with this. Are they doing? Let me just play around with it. So, around with it. Okay. Let me see. Like I said, don't mind my approach because as I said, I'm just trying to do everything like right now. So I might be stuttering a little bit, trying to think and keep quiet once in a while. So my boss says, don't be offended, right? However, So let us convert this guy to how should I work this? How should I work this? Hmm. I have something in my head, but I'm not sure. How should I work this? Hold on. Let me confirm something. Yeah, how should I work this? Uh, da. Let's see. Okay, so this guy did doing here. Let us convert this to component. Let us convert it to a component. Control K. Control K. No, 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 that's not what I want now. Yeah, yeah, Control K. Name. Right. So, Ayobami, how are you going to do this? Okay, so to this, hey, my network is. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Okay, but my network is behaving like. And Frema won't allow you to continue with anything. If the network is bad. Let me see if I can. Nah, I know. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can still walk. Nah, I won't. I won't be able to do anything. Um, why now? What's going on? Okay, why we wait for Framer to come back to life? Um, I don't know if they at least let us use that to um probably talk. Any I don't, what's the right question to ask?
Okay, let me just ask a
Is there
question.
anything that
Can you hear me?
okay, okay.
So
Yeah, I
I
can
think
hear you. Go on.
for the cards that you have here, is it an on over interaction or like an on click? Like that view something that
Over. Huh? It's go. It's over. I'm not clicking on them now. It's over.
okay, okay, okay.
So if I need to click on it, I'll just click on this view work and decide it's an over.
Okay, okay. And then the viewer could now take you to the let's say any other external page or
Yeah,
something.
to the yeah. So that's that part you are going to use CMS, the CMS feature on Framer, which is also another big work on its own.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know. My network is, I don't know. For some reason, Okay, I think we are back. Yeah, so I want to do I want to do something. I don't know. My brain is this to be a component or picture what I want to do. Okay, text. Are they doing a? So let's make this extra bold and let's make this extra bold. I'm going to convert this to a component first. Yeah, I think I should convert it to a component first. Then, okay, let us say, let me change this to 16. 16. No, 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 let me change this to 16, 1610. Let me change this to 1, right? Yeah, let me change it to 1. What's the height here? Let me see what the height is here. Fix 160, great. Let me go back to, so I'm going to have A, D, yeah, I'm trying to arrange everything side by side. A, D, no, no, D, E, D, O, Y, I, N. Right? So let me do something which I'm going to take back later, but let me do something. So I want to add a stack to it, remove the background, right? Now it has a pay gap. So let me, yeah, I don't want any gap in between. Let me the fit. Let me make this fit. The I2, let me make it fit, right? So let me take out the stack back. I don't want the stack. I just took out the stack, right? Now, what's the best way to do this? I don't want the stack. Now I'm going to highlight everything now. I'm going to highlight everything now in a frame. I'm going to highlight everything now and put it in a frame. So how do I put it in a frame? Control Enter. Now it is in a frame. Now that frame has a fill, a white fill. Let me take out the white fill. Now let me now convert this guy to a component. I'm going to convert this guy to a component, right? So that's Control Alt K, right? Euro text animation, euro text animation, right? So now we have this. Now let us do something because this guy, right? Because we have these guys, right? So I need my, what's it called? I want to duplicate these guys here from here to here inside this frame. Inside this frame, I want to duplicate them. So what I'm going to do is Control C, Control V. Now I'm going to bring them down. I'm going to bring them down. So yeah. So as I said, I love my position a lot. So instead of me trying to adjust and adjust, I already know that the height of my what's it called text is 160. And what I did, one of the major reasons why I I I was trying to make sure it is fit is because I want to be able to have full control over my positioning and make sure that I'm setting everything the way I want to. Now, all I just need to do is to change this to 160 minus 160. It is out of the frame. How do you let us make it visible? So we can say overflow. Let us make our overflow visible. Now we have these guys here. Let us select everything again. Let's select everything again. I really hope I'll be able to do justice to this explanation. Control C, Control V. It is 160. 160 plus 160 will give us 320, right? So let me do this again, Control C and Control V plus minus 160 again. It's funny how much how much actually enters design. But I've been able to also read it. Yeah.
And we have like 5 minutes at the end of this call. We'll be able to finish this interaction within that time.
No, no, definitely. Maybe we should create a new nick down.
Okay, okay, all right. Can
No, definitely. Will you create a new nick from the other call, as in the other account?
you can continue. So when it goes off,
Okay, join. Okay, no problem. So I want to have like five of it. So let me Control C and Control V again. So let me see. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, it then Control C, then Control minus 160 again. Yeah, perfect. Now I want to do some stuff, right? So what I want to do is that whenever I come to the page, right, I want to have it scroll, and there's this effect. Let us just continue. I might not be able to explain that well, but let me just continue. So let me do this guy here. Hmm. Let me create a variable of this. Before I create a variable, how should I do this? If I create a variable, how should I do this? Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Let's just play around with this guy here. So this, this, this. So okay. This should be, let us take this to 160. So 160. Um Why is my 160 coming down? Minus 160, yeah. Not 160. Minus 160. That's minus 160. Then this guy should be zero. Then this guy should be minus 160. This will actually take a lot of time. This will actually take a lot of time. Just minus 320. But I believe you guys will watch the video minus 3480. And probably after this, we can call it a day, right? Then this guy minus 160 times 2. Minus 160 times 2 times 2. Uh, this one is just minus 160. Then this one is just minus, no, this one is just 0. And this guy is here is just minus 160. So probably even when the stuff stops, I'm going to continue the arrangement of this. But I believe you understand what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to move the what's it called? I'm just trying to move the what's it called? The text in a proper way so that when it's actually during the animation, we won't have like the text not in proper positioning. So that's how I'm very, very, very deliberate with the what's it called? The numbering here. So let me do this to minus 160 times 2. Okay, yeah, that still works. Minus 160 um 0 minus 160 minus minus 320. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let me leave this guy like this. Let me leave this guy like this and let me play with this. Minus 160. Oh, that's one, two, three. That's one, two, three. This one be 0, 32, 32. Yeah, let us do 0. That's minus 32, minus 320, minus 160. Uh, 0. This guy here will be 0 now. Then this guy will be minus 160. Then this guy here will be what's it called? Minus 320. So okay. What do I want to do with this guy? I'm still going to be deleting some stuff, but I just need to, should I make this comes from down? Okay, okay, um, so I've actually done the arrangement that I want. So I'm going to do some of the stuff I don't want. So this is the major frame. This is the major frame we are working with, right? This is the major frame we are working with. So I don't want this guy. So let me delete this guy. I don't want this guy. Let me delete this guy. Um, I don't want this guy. Let me delete this guy. This is just me just randomly doing, like, it's not as if there's a specific rule to what I'm doing, right? There's no specific rule. But you are going to see the reason I'm doing this once I'm done. Yeah, you're going to see the reason I'm doing this once I'm done. Okay, let's have this guy this. Let's take this guy here. So I'm going to create a variable of this, right? Then uh, another walk again. So what I'm going to do to this is I'm going to now arrange. Now I want when I display this, I want this guy to scroll from this top, like it should scroll up. This guy will scroll down. This guy will scroll down. This guy will scroll up. This guy will scroll down. This guy will scroll down. This guy will scroll up. This guy will scroll down. That's what I want to achieve. So let me see. One, two, three, four. So let us do the arrangement. Let us quickly do the arrangement for the second guy. So this should be minus 480. Yeah, this should be minus 320. This should be minus 160. This should be 0, 0. Yeah, so this guy is scrolling down. So one, two, three. So this guy should be minus 480. Minus 480. This guy should be minus 320. This guy should be minus 160. This guy should be 0. Yeah, this should be minus 320. This should be minus 160. This should be 0. Then this guy is scrolling up. So that's false. So this should be minus 480. This should be minus 320. Okay, yeah. This should be minus 160. And this should be 0. This guy is scrolling down, so this should be minus 320. This should be okay, this should be minus 160. This should be 0. This guy is scrolling down, right? I wanted to scroll down. So this should be minus 480. This should be minus 480. This should be minus 320. This should be minus 160. It should be 0. Then this guy is screwing up. That to be minus that's 640, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 640. minus 640, minus 480, uh, minus 320, oh no, minus 320, minus 160. I'm rushing. No, 160. Don't do that. Minus 160. Then 0. I'm excited. We almost done. Then this guy is coming down. Minus 320. Yeah, minus 160. And yeah, 0. Now we are done, right? So what do we want to achieve with this? Let's look. Let's see what we want to achieve with this. So now, don't forget that we actually converted our overflow to be visible. So we're going to take it back to Eden. Now I want to do something. I'll drag this to this guy here. So once I connect this, the interaction is once I connect this, I want it on appear, right? So pass, yeah, on appear. I think, do I need to add an extra? No, let's just leave it at that. Don't let us do some extra settings. So on appear, right? So this is what we're going to have. Let me bring this guy. Let me name this hero text animation. So yeah. So where are you? Okay, yeah. So let me bring this guy in. Let me bring this guy in and bring this guy in. Now, yay! Who does that? Oh, my. Sorry, guys. I'm sounding too unofficial already. Don't mind me. I love to enjoy, I love to enjoy my I'm teaching. I just am sorry if I'm sounding saying we're having a little bit of issue. Uh, uh, why is scattering? Why? What's wrong? So let us go to this guy. Let us see what really happened. Why is it giving us that issue? Yeah. Okay. Let us just give it. Let us just give it. Let us put it in a frame. Let us just put it in a frame. Um, let's put it in a frame. Let us select everything. Let us select everything. Yeah. And better still, let's put this guy in a frame like this. It's not working. Why? Why you not working? Okay, I know what to do. So let us add. That's a whole lot of stress. Let us add everything in a frame. It won't work. Just hold on, guys. There's a problem of trying to design life. Da, da, da. Why? Mm, why are you doing that? So, come on, guys. Let me confirm something. Yeah, let me confirm something. Hold on. Yeah. Mm, Let me see. So why are you doing that? Assets, layouts, text anime. Okay, it is fixed. Okay. I think I know the reason. This I will keep on troubleshooting fit content. Nah. I want that. Fit, absolute, absolute. Then we fix. Hold on. I'm trying to get something here. Okay. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing here? What am I missing? Okay. What am I missing? Fixed. Yeah, that's fixed. Let me just copy this guy here. Let me paste it here. Yeah, it's coming back as a frame. It's coming back as a frame, and it's not supposed to be. Oh, that you are made for loving, that you are made. Okay, you know what? Let's just turn this to a component. Let me see what we have here. Tickers updates. It's not even giving me what I want. Yeah, this is what I am actually trying to achieve, but bringing it to my design is the problem now. Bringing it to my design is the problem now. I don't know why it's giving me that to solve it. Let's see how they doing. See if I bring this guy here. Hmm, okay. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, we solve it. Thank God. Thank God this is not a paid class. We solve it. If it is a paid class, definitely I would have free. Like already designed stuff I want to work through. So let us bring this guy here. Yeah. So we have this. So yeah, we have why is it not? Yeah. So hold on. Let me play with something here. I don't like what I'm having here. So once delay appear, circle variant, yeah, variant. So let me delay it a little bit. Let us say 5 seconds. Let me say the spring. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's too robotic. 20 is too that's too slow. We're not doing that directly. Okay, let's see what we have now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? This is more like it, but I want it to play immediately, and it's not doing that. So let us see what happened. Hold on. What am I missing? What am I missing? I think I'm missing something. I think I'm missing something. What am I missing? Oh, what am I missing? Uh, what am I missing? What am I missing? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? How could it be that my internet? Because it's supposed to, I don't need to do extra work. It's supposed to just play, right? Okay, do you know what? I know what to do. Let us publish it. Let us publish it so that I'll clear my doubt. So this is the way Framer works. Basically, it's just sometimes make you feel like you don't know what you're doing. Sometimes I why? Okay. Okay, the delay. Yeah. So let's fix that. I think I know what's wrong now. I think I know what's wrong now. So let's fix that. I kind of add delay to it. So let us take a mechanical feel. Let me change it to a mechanical kind of feel. Let me update it. Let me publish it. And yeah, and publish it. Where's our guy here? Okay, I know. Thank you. So yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go. So this is what we have, right? This is what we have. So when you come to the site, it just they just appear like you know. So there's it. Yeah. So what else should we add? What else should we add? I think what else should we add? I don't even want to add what's it called? The little text that we do write. Let me just create a simple text. I don't know. I don't know if someone can just probably in the chat can just drop something that we always write. I am a something something product designer or something something. I don't know if someone can just type something for me. But I'm just going to use a dummy, something dummy here. Yes, I think that should be something easy for most of us. It's not these are not something serious. So you know, let me just control C.
I love
eh,
designing for. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go on, bro.
You can say I love designing for startups and large enterprises, if that works.
Okay. Uh
I design products for startups and large enterprises.
long. Okay. I design. Your network is breaking. Your network is breaking.
Can you hear me?
Hello? Can you just type it?
Oh, okay. Let,
Yes, now I can hear you, but I was not hearing you before.
okay, I said I
Yeah,
love.
just drop it on the chat. Just drop it on the chat.
Okay.
Uh, I'm not hearing you again. Just drop it on the chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So the next thing I want to do now is okay. So the next thing I want to do now is I said something about okay, yeah. I said something about having the recession like 100 VH. But from the look of things, from what we have been designing so far, okay, let me see. Yeah. So from the look of things, right? Because when you're designing, you just have to, how do I say it? You just have to be very sincere with yourself because number one, you don't have control to the screen. My system is down, but I think I should be able to complete this. You don't have the control to what let me use fill and let me say 0.5. Then let me say sorry. Let me quickly fix this. Um Let me say 1.5, definitely 1.5 always, anytime. Centralized. Yeah. So I use zero point 0.5 here, right? Let me see, point 0.3. Yeah, I think I like this. So what was I saying? So, okay, so from the look of things, right? From the look of things, from what I'm looking at here, because I'm still going to add my bots into it, it won't be realistic to make our area section a fixed height. As in, so it won't be realistic to make our area section a 100 VH. That means it should contain the full screen because from the look of things, it looks more or less like it's going to what over as the area section, like the first part of the area section is going to take more space. So now in this kind of scenario, fit content, we can actually use our fit content, right? We can actually use our fit content. Then I'm going to add my top and bottom padding, right? So I deliberately didn't do that before, but now I'm doing it. So I needed to explain the reason why I want to do that. That's why I left it. So now we're going to add our top and bottom padding to it. So let me say 80. Let me say my bottom padding to be 80. Now to my left and right, I don't maybe I want to add or maybe I don't want to add. It's left to me, right? But I think I might want to add. But if I'm not adding right, I need to make sure that this guy here, this my illustration text is in fill or relative. So by fill means that it's taking a particular weight of the container, so it won't stretch unnecessarily. I wish there's more time to just show all of these things in different what's it called in different scenarios, so we can see all of those little what's it called all of those misplacements of elements where we don't really have the proper size into it, but there's no time. So I think the next thing I want to bring in is my button, right? Let me just bring in my button components to this guy here. Then yeah, I want to make this big. I really want it to shout, right? It's not famous, but I want to make it big, right? So instead of designing something else, something new, as I said earlier on, we've already made most of it to just edit, to just edit. So let me say this is 24. Yeah, so let us call this one contact me, right? Yeah. So we have this guy there. So a little bit of design here and there. I'm selecting these two guys here. I'm selecting these two guys here. I want to put it in a stack. So I'm going to press Control Alt Enter in a stack. It is like fill, right? So let me take this to zero point 0.5. I have my reasons for changing it to 0.5, but it is already taking some part of my day doing.
Hello, can you hear me? Ikma, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, okay. That means it's his network. Okay. Fine.
I recording. I recording. Okay, great. So I'm going to take this guy to zero point 0.5, right? Um, zero point 0.5. Yeah. So it feels better. So what I want to do next is to this guy and this guy. I just want to let me put them in stack. Then let me make the spacing in between them 40, just to make sure our arrow section is looking great. Right. Yeah, I think I like this. And this guy here, let me also change it to 40. Yeah, this feels better. As I said, I don't like the fact that this guy here is what the square. I'm not feeling it. So, um because I did not really make it and not make the corner radio to, do any setting to go inside the button itself. I'll make sure that so this is my corner radius. I'm just going to make it a variable, create a variable. Yeah, button, button radius. Uh button radius. Yeah, yeah. So I think, yeah. So let me go back to my stuff, yeah. So my button radius, and I'll just make it 100. Yeah, I think I'm good with this. Let me also turn this to 100. Yeah, so here we are. So my guy is still not loading. It's not loaded. I think the internet is really messing up. So this is what we have, right? This is what we have. So I hope with this little point of mine, I've been able to convince and not to confuse you that I don't know. But I think this at least this our guy here. This our guy here. So we are done. Yeah, we are done. This is our guy here. So yeah. So any question, anything that you need clarity on before my system goes off?
Okay, I have a question.
Okay, boss.
First of all, thank you so much for your time. We really, really appreciate you. We are indeed grateful for taking our time to really show us like the ropes, basically. But my question is, when you are using like your width, I noticed that you're not using like either a fixed width or like why are you using like relative? Is there a reason why you are using relative? Like I noticed that your
So,
widths are not.
because yeah, so for me, I've actually designed some uh sites, and when I use fixed width, when I needed to scale down, right, it doesn't really make sense. Now, for instance, I would have loved to show you something. For instance, now, you know that I'm using 12, what's it called? I'm using 12, what's it called? I'm using 1440 here, right? If I decided to use 12,000, the relative will take a percentage. So it's just almost it's just more or less like saying that take a percentage of any container you are in. So even if you're in a mobile app, it is taking a percentage. That weight won't be fixed. So that's the reason you can easily scale down. You can easily scale the weight. You can easily adjust the weight. You understand? When you are trying to adjust, for instance, now let me show you something. I think I make this a fixed weight, right? Mm, okay. Let us quickly play with something before my system goes off.
Sorry, the FR, what is
Uh
that FR?
FR.
Yes, I saw FR when you no,
Yeah,
yes.
FR just feel. It's just like taking, so one FR means I should take the full weight, right? The zero point 0.5 FR means it should take half of the weight of the container it is staying inside. So let me quickly show you something, frame. All of these things is from Shigeo.
Eh, But,
You
but,
learn
but,
from
so
Shigeo.
what that would mean for like people that design in Figma is that are you saying that when we want to design in Figma, we should be using more or less like ratio than actual values? Is that what you're saying? Like you know that when you design,
Ah,
like probably have like fixed weight for maybe a different box, like in the hero section. So are you saying that it's better for us to look at it as a percentage of the entire weight? Do you get my question?
yeah, I think I get that. Uh, So if you are the one designing, right? If you are the one designing, you're developing, I think it might not be really necessary, or it might not be really necessary for you to consider that. But you just know that you just know that when you bring it to Framer, you just have to consider all those stuff, right? It might not really be necessary if you are the one designing and developing. For me, I don't really care. Sometimes I've designed some things on Figma, right? And when I bring it to my Framer, I just changed it because of probably the weight is not really giving me what I want. Like today, and I say I experienced similar stuff, right? I don't know, maybe you've experienced something like when you scale down some website, when you scale down some website. I wish I can show you this still by my system. When you scale down some website, when you have two components standing side by side, when you scale it down, what I mean by scaling it down is probably reducing the um. Let me say something. Where's my mouse? I've not been using mouse since. I think I need to use my mouse for what is. Let me see if this will.
We have about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So as you
Okay.
are,
Yeah. So yeah. So when you scale, I don't know maybe it was that when you stay down some websites, right, and you have two components side by side, you see that they go apart. I
yes, uh, they're not in like a box. It's like scattered.
don't know if you observed that before. That they go apart, right? Now, in that kind of scenario, now for me, I just love it to be irrespective of how you are scaling to maintain, to take a percentage of the screen. It works well. You understand? I want that way to take a percentage of the screen. It works well. But for instance, now, if I do this, I've not updated this thing. Sorry, let me update this thing to show you what I'm trying to. I really wish I can, like the time, because I don't have time. I'm not able to explain well what I want to. But let me see if I'll still be able to do that with this. Sorry guys, let me see if this will work. It won't work. It won't work. I'd have loved to design something. Okay, so this is it, right? For this guy here, right? You can see because the screen is going bigger, it's still maintaining the I think it's 0.5 FR that I use. 0.5 FR of the overall screen size. Overall screen size is still maintaining it. And I'm talking about this I love digital. You can see it is scaling down. So it's not as if it's the text is not it's not staying there. It is adjusting in respect to your screen weight. You understand? So irrespective of how your screen is, yeah, it is still adjusting. So that's the reason for me, I kind of prefer using relative or FR. Except if in a scenario I want that container to be fixed, right? And even there are some other scenario whereby you are going to set it that max width. Oh, I bought you. Let me see if I can quickly show you this. It's so I really pray I can show you what this stuff before my
Oh
system
yeah,
goes off.
I understand. Like I understand what you're saying. I think I understand. Thank you very much. We still have about 5 minutes before the call goes.
Yeah,
So you can keep.
yeah, sorry, I was really hoping because I don't like doing stuff like this. So like this is what I was trying to say, right? Because this guy actually make it a fixed weight. This guy here, I shall make it a fixed it on a norms. As I scale this guy down here, it's supposed to go separate to it, but I make it a fixed weight. But if I'm to, what's it called? Are you? If I'm to, is this 100 already? Let me reload this page. It's not giving what I want. Okay, so this guy here now, if I'm to increase the screen, you can see that the weight is still adjusting. No matter what, it's still adjusting. Did I even make it fixed weight? I think I make this one to fix it. I'm not really getting this thing well. Sorry, guys. You know what? I don't know. Maybe we can have some other time to for me to explain this thing the way I really want to. I don't know,
Yeah, no
because
problem.
I think I've lost my.
I think it's been a
I've
lot,
actually.
lot of like things that we are about to explain. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I just help us
exactly. So,
have like 5 minutes. So I know that it's been a lot. And then, does anybody have any
yes.
other questions that you want to ask? There's people that are still on the call. Ikma, Jeremiah, do you have any questions that you want to ask? Or you come back to watch the video? Which one?
I think
Okay.
it's all good for me. I would have to rewatch.
All right, that's fine.
We do more research so we don't take much of his time.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. If you have any questions, I'll be sure to communicate.
Okay. No problem, Vinny. Yeah. Thanks for the off for now.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much once again. We really, really appreciate like your time. We are so, so grateful for taking out time out of no time to like really drill like down into like all these things. Thank you so much, and we'll be sure to work on it, and we'll be sure to update you on our own progress too. As we make stuff, we'll tag you with yeah, we'll reference the things that we have learned from today's class. Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you like some other time. So thank you very much for your time. We really, really appreciate. I think that we can call it a wrap. So let me just stop recording now.